Are you being serious right now?
Yeah,
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some
It's a
might.
lot of fire.
It's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's fine.
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative
I
of the
wasn't
United States
representing
of
anybody except for
Around
me.
the world.
And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People are going to die. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Choices, your actions. That's what makes you who you are. Superman. It's not a man. He's an it. It's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation.
I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Well, that was interesting. Let's discuss this.
You have a dog?
Welcome back to Movies TV Man. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. You can follow me on X, Twitter at Movies TV Mad, and on Instagram and on Threads at Movies TV Mad. X on TikTok, Mad Mickey's World. Snapchat, BMAV60 Mick, your host with the most. So that was the official Superman trailer. Now, first of all, it checked one thing off my checklist. I wanted a 3-minute runtime. It gave me exactly that. Now, what was in this trailer was absolutely very, very interesting. Now, the way it opens with kind of the dynamic between Clark and Lois is very good. I like that. And he tells her to interview him. Now, we heard about this already, but I liked this and I liked the tone of the interview because she's being harsh with him. She's being Lois Lane, the journalist. She isn't going to go easy on him because they're dating. And Superman takes, he doesn't like this. He doesn't like the tone and where this is going because she's questioning him. She doesn't think he did the right thing. Now Superman becomes very, very animated and angry. He saved the country. Did you? She goes, yes, I did. But then she talks about who he's representing. He goes, I wasn't representing anyone but that country that was in trouble. So he's interfering unilaterally. That is very messy. This is a guy who's only been in the job for a year, and maybe he's not listening to Jor-El very much, not listening to Lois. He's reacting. He's seeing this as the right thing to do. He just wants to help people, and that's a very Superman thing to do. And This is very different to the Henry Cavill Superman or to the Christopher Reeves Superman, Dean Cain, George Reeves. This is a very, very passionate Superman, and the way he talks to the Hammer of Bratvere or whatever it is, right? He goes, word up, or whatever he says to him when he flies up, right? Very interesting. Not the typical way that we see Superman talking, and I'm not sure if I like that or not. There's a lot of action. We see Mr. Terrific. We see more Crypto. We see some stuff we've already seen. It's a very emotionally charged, passionate Superman. I'm a bit thrown. I'm a bit taken aback with what I've just seen. I'm going to need to go to bed tonight and process this and talk about this properly in the DCU Daily, because there's things that I liked, but there's things I didn't like. I'll go and get your boots, son. I'm not sure I like that. But again, I need to see the whole film, in context. I'm sure the people who want to hate this film, who want to hate this trailer, are going to find a lot of things and say, yeah, this is bad, that's bad. I'm not sure, because I didn't hate the trailer. I preferred the teaser. I think there's one of the dames who's working in the Daily Planet. I forgot her name. Cat Grant. She's taking a picture of herself. Yeah, that didn't come across too well to me either. Lex looks very, very angry. He's angry, Lex. He's he's definitely an analogy of Elon Musk and Donald Trump. That's obvious here. And you can hear the voiceover saying he's just a thing. He's not a man. So that's interesting as well. I think the main things that I liked the interview. I liked Superman's passion, but it's very untypical to who and what we're used to seeing from Superman in previous Superman media. And it does seem like James Gunn is injecting himself into this character. We've seen, look, this happens all the time with directors and writers. They put themselves in the character's shoes. But it is very different. It's not the kind of Superman we're used to seeing. And it'll be interesting to see how everyone on Twitter and other platforms, and I want to see, what I want to do before I do the DCU Daily tomorrow and talk about this further, is see what people are thinking about this trailer. That's the first time I saw it. So I haven't processed this properly to remember everything in my mind from what I've seen. But certainly, because what I wanted to do, I wanted to do a quick reaction, because the light's going to go soon. And as you can see, I don't have the best of equipment. So what I would say about this trailer is the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is the dynamic between Lois and Clark, and the tone and the context of that interview, and the way she's challenging him in the decisions he's making. So what Gunn is doing here is having Superman go to another country and interfere with a war, because the lad just wants to save people's lives. That, as I say, is very Superman, but he's stirring up a barrel of shit here, because what's actually happening is that country are not happy, and Luthor is in bed with this country, and then the Hammer, right, or whatever you call him, comes to Metropolis. He causes all that destruction, and Superman is getting blamed for it. And that's what Lois is talking about in the interview. I like the dynamic. As I say, the dynamic between Lois and Clark and Superman seems very Lois Lane, and she's a very important part in a Superman movie. Let's not forget that. So I think that's very interesting. I like that interview. Some of the visuals weren't to my liking, if I'm being honest. Some of them looked great, and some of them, I don't know. Not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, maybe everything hasn't been perfected yet. I don't know. And as I say, Cat Grant taking the selfie of herself, not that it's, it's not a deal breaker or nothing, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this film is going to work out looking at this trailer, because at the moment, I feel very, very indifferent to it. But I'm going to see this trailer another 100 times before we talk again. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the full Superman trailer.